Almost forgot.
Oh, goodness sakes. It's not really. Come on. Sorry, Mike. Okay.
Okay. All right. So now you have up in front of you Oaks 23
Yep.
spreadsheet. Now remember when we talk about um, a cell is where we put the data in.
Sure.
So we're going to always talk about the letter first, and then we talk about the numbers. So you're going to go to C2
Uh-huh.
and
Oaks.
and you're going to put Oaks 23 in C2. You drop down to C3, and I'm going to give you the address.
Okay.
Hang on a second. It's 1806 East 138th Street. Um, and then it goes I have multiple addresses here. So now we're going to put in 1517.
Okay, so you've got 1806 East 138th Street, and now I'm adding a different one.
Yeah, you're going to put comma.
Okay.
1517 East 142nd.
1517 East 142nd.
Yep.
Okay.
Comma.
Right.
1514 East 140th.
1514 East 140th.
Yep. Comma. 1506 East 127.
That 1506
Yes.
107th.
127.
Oh, sorry, 127. Okay.
Comma. 1510 East 127th. Okay. Now you're going to put in Tampa, Florida 33613.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
That's it.
Now, yep, for right now. Now we're going to jump over to where it says last updated, and you're going to put, it should say Mike and Jeff in there.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So it's got a date up at the top above there. It automatically populates that black date whenever you open this spreadsheet up. It says, "Hey, we updated it on X and X a date." So,
Okay.
now what we're looking for is we're looking for the year this was built.
Uh-huh.
So
Got it.
it's a nine. So in L4.
Got it. Uh-huh.
1973 slash 1983.
Last time it was updated.
Correct.
Okay.
Good job. You've been doing this for a while? Now we're going to drop down to the unit mix, Jeff, between rows 63 and 75.
Gotcha.
And we're going to put the unit mixes in. I'm going to give you right now, we're going to start on line 69.
Got it.
6 units,
Uh-huh.
one by one.
Okay.
Average square footage is 576.
Okay.
925 is the unit pricing.
Okay.
Now you're going to go down to 70, that 2 units. Again, 1x1s. 650 square footage. And it's 950 rents. Now you're going to go down, next line, 8 units. 2x1s. Square footage is 810. And those average rents are 1150.
Okay.
Next one is 4 units.
4.
Yep. 2x1.
Okay.
It is 700.
Mike, real quick, on 70 on mine, it had 2x1R. What does R mean?
Well, you take the R out. That's rear. That was rear. That was on something else we were working on.
Yeah, it came through and okay, now it's changed. Okay.
Yeah. Got it?
Yep.
Okay. So we're on line 72. You
Yep.
should have 4 for number of units.
Yep.
2x1,
Uh-huh.
765, and 1125. Now you have 3 units.
So we're going down into 73, right?
Right.
A73. 3 units. Okay.
And those are 2x1.5, 1.5 bath.
Okay.
Those are 920 square feet,
Got it.
1275. Here's what I know right now, and I'll tell you this. I'll just share this little bit of trivia secret with you. I have more useless information in my head than one person should have. So I can tell you right now, these rents on these units are pretty close to where I think they're going to be able to be. So it'll be interesting to see where we go with this deal. So now what we're going to do is we're going to just go, I want to go back up and check line D4. What do you have in D4?
Says users download OPS 23 December 16, 2021. Was that 5?
D4.
I'm sorry, D4. Pay attention here. 96.
Okay. So highlight the cell. Put your
Got it?
cursor on the cell.
Yep.
And you're going to hit the equal sign.
Uh-huh.
And we're going to drop down to A98 and highlight that cursor or highlight that cell.
For 23. Okay.
Yep. And hit enter.
Yep.
Okay.
Brought it up to 23 on D4. Okay.
So now in E4, type the word units. Okay.
Got it?
That just kind of tightens it up, makes it look nice, right?
Sure.
Okay. Now, the next thing that we want to do is we are going to look at we're going to look at the rent pro forma real quick. So if I share my screen real quick with you, can you see it?
Let me see. Go back to it. Yeah, I see it now.
Okay, so you see this box here. It says unit mix summary.
Yeah.
I just want you to see that this is where we got all that data for how many units, right? The unit rental mix. I took
Gotcha.
it right from
Yeah.
here. Now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to pull this data and we'll clear off this screen so you can go back to your spreadsheet and we'll walk through it together, putting in the new numbers in.
Okay.
But I just wanted you to have some kind of a visual correlation because I
Mental
think
picture, you bet.
yeah, I think sometimes a picture helps a lot, right?
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
so go ahead, go back to your
I'm on
deal.
it. Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to go to the pro forma section, and I'm going to start right at the top, right? And I'm going to go over into H 69. That's where I'm starting, and that's that first 6 unit deal.
Okay.
Listen, if I skip over here to the you see the column to the right that says 212 a unit.
Yes.
My rent pro forma, Jeff, says $1.74 a square foot. This is your square footage price. So he's telling me that I can drive that rent to $1.74.
So
He's
this is
also,
old. This is old information here. Am I correct? Year one performa.
yes, it's
You're
all we're changing all old information from
gotcha.
okay.
So do
So
I want to change this while I'm talking to you, or it's
I'll
all in
give
black?
you don't want to change any black, always change the blue. So you're gonna go over to K 68 where it says 298,
Yep.
and we're gonna start to ratchet that number down to where it says that
212. Okay. Or 170 what?
175. Um, so, shoot, darn it. Did you ratchet it down at all?
No, I'm okay. So I need to bring it down like what? Instead of 298 increase, what am I looking at to bring it down to? Or that just
You're
start
gonna
at 100?
no. Well, start at 100. See what happens.
178.
Okay, you got it north.
That's right on, huh?
Um,
Is that a fluke or what? That's funny.
but I change it to $75.
75. Okay. 174. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, you did say 174, didn't you?
yeah.
Okay, my
Um,
mistake. Okay.
the only reason I can live with that is because I know I can rent a 1 bedroom in Tampa for $1,000. I know I can. Okay. Now, if I go down to the next one, which there's 2 units, there's telling me that I can rent that for $1.62 a square foot. So I got to back that 222 number out
How much did they say you could rent it for?
for $1.62 a square foot.
Oh, at $100 equals $1.62. I
Okay.
just put it in there just to see where it landed. So, and that's
All
where.
right. I'm going to change it to 75, Jeff. Just change it to 75. We can come back and play with it later,
Okay.
but I think I think 75 is palatable. Now we
Mike, I
drop.
got a question for you, and I apologize. It's what's coming to me. When you're increasing these rent values per square foot, what do they equate to in additional equity or value of the property? Because it's based on rental, right?
Right. So let me answer that question for you in a minute.
Okay.
Let's drop down to the 8 unit,
Okay.
and that should be around $1.54 a square foot. Geez, 100 is right on the money.
Okay.
Okay. And then if we drop down to the 4 bedroom, it's $1.60 a square foot.
You said the 4 bedroom. You're talking about the four.
Yeah, the
Unit?
4 units. 4 units,
Okay.
right.
And what are we trying to get to?
$1.60.
And it's $1.76 the way it is now, right? So
Right.
would you put in 150?
I put in at 100.
162. Okay.
And then if you look down at the the 4 units or the 3 units, the last line item.
Yeah,
You got to get to $1.44.
okay. Dollar
So
47 at 75.
right. So Jeff, I just want to share this thought with you. My thought right now is that we should straight line that at $75 a unit.
All of
So
them.
all of them, and just because I think that um, that's where we need to be. Okay. Um,
You're being conservative,
I
right?
am being conservative.
Better to
Right.
be conservative and on instead
Right.
of overestimate and lose your butt, right?
So let's move that down to 75 a unit, like that.
Got it?
Now what we want to do is um, we want to go to the renovation stuff, and we're going to kind of put some numbers in. So one of the things I'm going to say is I have here's what I have there. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buildings. I'm going to paint those buildings. It's going to cost me about, those are 4, 8 buildings. They're going to cost me about 3,500 a building to paint those.
A
So
building, or you're talking about room, apartment?
okay, so right now I'm talking about the exterior of the building.
Sorry. Okay, gotcha.
There's eight buildings, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buildings. There's 5 buildings. I
Gotcha.
think those buildings will cost me around 3,500 a building to paint. So 3,500 times 5.
Where is this at, Mike? Where are we looking on the costs for
You're going to go to
CapEx?
D31.
I'm way off. I'm down below. E31. Okay, there it is. Okay, got it.
So that number is 17,000. I'm going to say it's 20 grand. I'm going to say it's another 15,000 to do some exterior cleanup, fix up, So now I'm at 40,000, okay, for exterior. Listen, Jeff, I feel really comfortable at $60,000 for exterior cleanup, not even looking at the unit from a ground level.
Okay,
Okay.
the old report here, Mike, says 69,000, and that's $3,000 per.
Yeah, we don't care about the old numbers. We're just
Oh,
we're just talking about what we want to plug in,
okay,
so that we just want to talk about what we're trying to plug in, so that we can start to formulate what this deal looks like. So I'm going to go to that renovation tab, and what I want to do now is I want to say, if I'm going to spend $60,000 on exterior only, I have to come up with a per unit number to plug in there. Look,
right.
the old numbers have $69,000 in there for the exterior. So you were right on by grabbing that, right?
Uh-huh.
But so it's like 3,000 a unit. Here's what I say right now. Screw it, leave it. I'm going to leave it like that.
Oh, you are. I actually reduced it to 2750 and it took it to 63. So
Okay.
you want me to leave it at 3,000?
No, that's good. 2,750 is good.
Okay.
Okay, I can live with that. That's 63,000. Let's just leave it because Jeff, remember, we're going to go back and have a broker conversation if we like this deal and find out what the broker says about it. So,
So what questions are we asking him in this particular? Like, what do you expect the exterior cost, or what's the
who's the
amount of?
seller? How long have they owned it? Why are they selling? I want to hear the broker tell me. I don't
Gotcha.
want to just read it in the OM. It's all listed in the OM.
Right.
But I like to have that personal conversation, because then I can get a better handle on the price. When I get to the last question, which is, hey, what's the whisper price? I get a better handle on what that price is. Make sense?
Sure does.
Yep. So I want to go back, and I feel bad I didn't address your other question, but let's go back and talk about value for a minute, okay?
Sure.
So if you go back and you look at that 1 year pro forma between lines 67 and 75, that box there that says 1 year pro forma,
Yeah.
it tells me that you can see, if you go over and you look in what would be E98.
Okay.
says $1.46. You go over into I 4098, says $1.57.
Yep,
It's an 11-cent difference a square foot, right?
yep.
Okay. So if I take a look at my total square footage, which is 17,000 square feet, all the way to the right in 98, last column in the right.
17,020. Gotcha.
This is why you want to have some of those numbers accurate. I'm going to take 17,056 and I'm going to multiply that times 11 cents. I increased the revenue in that property, Jeff, $187,000. Okay.
Hold up your 187. Okay.
So what I did, again, I took 17,056 times 11 cents. That's my annual rental increase, $187,000. Okay. At 11 cents a square foot. 11 cents a square foot came on line 98 there between the 146, which was the original price per square foot, and then the 157 is what we raised the estimated cost to.
Mike, I'm losing on that there. I'm missing something because it shows the gross rents right now at 320,400 on the pro forma.
Yeah, you want to be on the left of that at $1.57.
Understand?
Okay.
And you said, so I'm taking the 17,000
No,
on the
no,
far.
hang on.
Okay.
Go back to E98, $1.46.
Okay.
Go back to I98, $1.57.
Right.
The difference between those two numbers is 11 cents.
No, I got that, Mike.
Okay.
What
Now
I'm
you're going to
asking.
go.
Okay, go ahead.
Now you're going to go all the way over to the total square footage,
Right.
and you're going to multiply 11 cents times that square footage number,
Times
which gives us this number.
17,020 equals, that's $1,872. Mike, you've got it. I think you made the decimal in the wrong point. It's, if you've got
You're right. I think I did.
11 cents.
7,056 times 11 cents is 18. Right. Now multiply that times 12 because that's your monthly.
Okay, let me do it again because I erased it. So the numbers again I'm looking at is 17,020 times 0.11 equals 1872 times 12. 22,466.40, right?
Right. Now, let's just say the cap rate's 4%. You're going to divide, hit the divide,
Uh-huh.
put in 0.04.
Okay. Equals or
Yeah.
561,660.
That's how much value.
Just by 11 cents per square foot?
Yes, sir.
Holy crap, really?
So what we did, so let's just walk through it again. We took the 11 cents a square foot
Right.
times 12 because that's a monthly number times divided by the cap rate, and we're estimating the cap rate at 4%, increase the value.
Yeah, I'll have to do that a couple times, but my gosh, going from 299 700 to 500. Wow, that's huge. 11 cents per square foot more on
Right.
17,000 square feet.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the gold number there, isn't it?
Yep.
Wow.
Okay. Um, Now, Jeff, what I want you to do is I want you to go down to the graphs between 100 and 114. And
Gotcha.
the round graph in the unit mix box,
Yeah,
click on it, and it should give you a chart above in the unit mixes. What you want to do is grab the right hand corner where the square is, hold it down and pull it down because you want it to take all the numbers in. So you want these charts to all cover all the numbers.
Mike, I'm confused. My
Okay,
apologies.
Jeff,
Okay,
let me show you my screen.
okay.
Hang on, which screen? This one here. There we go. Okay, so now, you see the circle graph, Jeff?
Yeah, yeah, I was there. Uh-huh.
Click on it.
Oh, inside of it? Okay, and I did that.
Click on it. Now, you see this box up here in the left, top left, that gets
Oh,
highlighted?
okay, yep.
Now, here's how it was highlighted. Yours probably looks like that.
I don't know. I got to go back to it. Why am I doing this here? How do I pull up the screen share?
Well, so here, let me show it to you again, and you can walk through it, and then I'll walk you through it. So you're
Okay.
going to highlight the graph. It highlights this box. I'm going to go over here to the right hand corner, lower right hand corner of this. I'm going to grab that square and pull it down. So what I'm doing is I'm clicking on the left button and I'm pulling it down to, because what I want to do is make sure I have all the data. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay, all the units in there.
Now
Okay.
I'm going to go to these graphs over here. I'm going to I'm going to right click on the green graph, and I've got all this data. Now I'm going to pull this data. Okay. Now I'm going to click on this green graph, make sure all my data is in. Purple graph, look at, I'm missing data. So let me pull this down. Green graph,
Everything's
purple
missing.
graph, huh?
Yeah, I was repeating what you were saying.
Green, green, purple. Okay, I've got all the data in. So now
Okay.
I know my graphs are working, right?
Okay.
Now, Jeff, I'm going to go up and I'm just going to save this data a little bit right now, too, just to make sure that we don't lose anything.
All right.
So let me walk you through it on your end. You should be able to see your spreadsheet now.
Yep. Left click. I see it.
Okay,
I got
so
to pull it down.
left click on the round graph.
Yep. I've already got it, Mike. Now I go back over to, I did the two graphs up in the unit mixes. I pulled them both down so all units are included. Now I go over to the bar graphs. Is that correct?
Correct.
Start on the far left, not included. So bring that down. Purple, pull it down. Okay. Pull it down. All in, all of them in. Okay. Yep. Okay. They're all included.
Okay, good. You feel like you got a good handle on that?
Yeah, I do now. Now I knew what
Okay,
you were
good.
doing.
All right, perfect. All right, so now what we're gonna go save your data. So go up to the little disk up in the top bar, all the way up on top. You should have like a little file disk.
Yep. Got it.
Just click on that. That'll save your data.
Gotcha.
And now what we want to do is we're going to go and we're going to do the expenses, Jeff. So we're gonna scoot down here to
I see 'em.
rows 132 to 151.
Okay.
Um, so I'm going to go to the column that's called current income and adjusted expenses. So Jeff, the first thing that I do, and this is the first thing you're going to want to always do because it's kind of the order of priority, is you want to go and pull your your negative numbers. So your negative numbers are your vacancies, your loss to lease, those things. So on this income and expense report, there's a line item that's called loss to lease. I'm going to take that number and then I'm going to go to my spreadsheet at D160.
I'm on it.
D160,
Yep,
highlight it, put your cursor in there, highlight it.
got it.
You're going to you're going to start with a minus because this is a negative number. So
So
negative,
I put the negative or the minus sign, correct?
correct.
Okay.
35220.
35220. It's
Hit enter.
35,220.
Yep, hit enter.
Got it?
Um, okay. Now we're going to go down to what is called physical vacancy. Remember, Jeff, there's two types of vacancies,
Sure.
physical and economic. So we're going to take the physical vacancy number because loss to lease really is your economic vacancy. So that number, we're going to drop down to line 162 and you're going to put in negative 5290.
And that's on D162, correct?
Correct.
Okay, got it. Oh, I forgot to put negative. There we go. What was it? Negative 5290?
Yep.
Jeff.
Now, Jeff, now the next thing we want to do is we want to run back up here to 119. So it's E119.
Got it?
This is other income. I'm just going to tell you that on this offering memorandum right now, it says that other income is water and sewer reimbursement of 11,000. Month to month lease, which is a reimbursement. I don't know what that is at 3,000, and then miscellaneous income of 7,000. When we go back and do due diligence, we would always get detail on what that is. But right now in this box on 120, so
Uh-huh.
E120, you're going to put 22,755 in.
What was it? 22?
755.
Okay.
Now we want to go down, Jeff, and we want to see if the effective annual income, which is line 167,
Got it?
is the same. So I have,
Effective annual revenue. Income is the same.
tell me what number you have.
281,945.
Perfect. It balances correctly. So we're on the right track.
Okay.
So now we're going to jump up. We're going to do the rest of the expenses, Jeff. We're going to start with the real estate taxes. The real estate taxes are going to go in on line 148 in G148. And we're going to put in there 36,303.
That's a negative, right?
Nope. You're going to just plug it in straight line. It, the way we built this is we only put the negative in on the vacancies because we wanted it to reflect the parentheses when we printed it.
Uh-huh.
So when somebody looked at it, but the back end of this subtracts it. So it's a complicated math process. I don't understand it fully, but
Sure.
every time I teach someone like yourself how to do it, I get it more. So, all right, insurance is 19,064. So you're going to go up to the insurance line on 142 and put in 19,064.
Got it?
Now we have a utility number, Jeff. And I'm just going to say this a total number, but you've got water and sewer, electric, trash removal, gas, so all that. And we're going to go to utilities, which is up on 137.
Got it?
We're all in column G,
Uh-huh.
and we're going to put in 33085.
Okay.
Now we're going to drop down and we are going to go to contract services. So for landscaping, he's got $6,000. So we're going to go to landscaping, put in 6,000. Repairs and maintenance. This is an interesting number. So I just want to tell you what's throwing me off right now, Jeff. So on some of these expenses to the right of them, in the column to the right of them, it says like T12, T3, T6. That just means the trailing 12 months, trailing,
Sure.
right?
Yep.
So this number that we're going to talk about is a T3.
So I'm going down into operating performer right now.
You should still be in the expense section.
Oh, okay. I thought I don't.
I'm
Oh, I'm sorry. I see it on the top. T12.
I'm just telling you what the OM says.
Gotcha. I'm sorry,
Okay.
Mike.
No,
Gotcha.
you're fine. Okay, so repairs and maintenance, he's got that at a T3. Okay, so what that number is a 10,395. So here's what I have to do, Jeff. I got to take 10,395. I got to divide that by 3 because a T3 is 3 months, and I have to multiply it times 12. So let me say it again. I'm going to take the number that's on the offering memorandum at 10,395, which is a T3. I want to see how much he's spending every month. Divide that by 3. Now I'm going to multiply it by 12 because I'm going to extrapolate that number out over the whole year,
Gotcha.
which gives me 41,580. So in G 138, I'm putting 41,580.
Got it. Okay.
Now I'm going to go to the marketing and promotion. It's a T6. It's $533. It's a T6. So I can just multiply that times 12 or times 2. 533 times 2 gives me 1066.
Where's your marketing and promotion?
All I'm doing is putting it in the admin and office column. So I'm just going to put it there.
Okay.
I always use that for kind of the spillover, right?
And how much was that again, Mike?
It came out to $1,066. Now we have on-site payroll. Now this column is a T3.
Mike,
So
that 141 office and admin, does that seem accurate? That's 0.36%. Is that on point?
that what, Jeff?
Yeah, the admin and office. You have that as 1,066. That's for the entire year.
That's only marketing in there, Jeff, right now. We just changed only the marketing. We haven't gotten to that line item yet.
Okay, I thought for admin and office, you said to put in 1,066.
I did. That's the marketing number. I used admin and office to cover marketing too.
Okay.
Okay. So Jeff, go back to A141.
I'm there.
Admin and office, highlight that.
Yep.
You're going to type in admin, office, marketing. Okay.
Got it.
All right. So now we got the $1,066 in there. That's only the marketing. We'll get to the rest of it in a minute.
Okay.
Okay. Just so you know, I have 5 minutes. The on-site payroll is the next line. It's a T3, Jeff. So we have to take 8,632, divide it by 3, multiply it times 12. My payroll is 34,527. So in under labor, G 136, I'm going to put 34,527.
34.
527.
So that shows payroll and labor.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. They kind of got their numbers screwed up here, but that's all right. Now the next line item is general and administration. So that's going to be that office and admin number, right?
Okay.
So right now it's a T6, so it's $4,061. So I'm going to take 4061, multiply that times 2. Jeff, that gives me 8120. Plus, remember, we already put $1,000 in there for the marketing expenses. So I'm going to add the 1066 to that number,
Okay.
and that gives me 9188. So I'm going to put in 141, 9188.
Got it.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
See what it did?
Yep.
Change that 0.36 to 3.7. Is it starting to make sense to you?
It is now. Uh-huh.
Okay, now we have a property management fee, Jeff. This property management fee is a T3. So he's saying 16,917 divided by 3 times 12, 67,667. So I'm going to go down to G146.
Got it.
And I'm going to put in 67,
Uh-huh.
668. That's a lot of money for that number, just so you know.
When you were mentioning those numbers, they didn't sound right, Mike.
Yeah.
667, 668.
Yep. Now we have a number called replacement reserves. So you're going to go down to line 150 and you're going to put in 5750.
Replacement reserves.
Yep.
Mike, that management fee for 23 units.
It's a lot of money. I know.
The number we had there before was like 94,000, wasn't it? And that was for a 94 unit, excuse me.
Yeah.
They were old numbers.
Right.
So that 67 doesn't sound right. How did you
Yeah.
multiply that again?
Well, I took their number. Their number is 16,917 on a 312. 16,917
Uh-huh.
divided by 3 times 12 is 67,668.
Wow, that seems expensive.
It is. And so I think he's got other fees rolled in there, Jeff.
Yeah.
So now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back up here to G, and this is where we're going to end. But we're going to go up here to G 138, and we're going to see we didn't put this number in, this 41,000. So I'm going to zero that because he doesn't have a number for it. I think he's picking it up in his management fee number. Now I'm going
Repairs
to
and maintenance, huh?
What, Jeff?
You said that's in the repairs and maintenance. G138.
Right. Take that out, zero it out. Ads and turnover. Go over to A139
Got it?
and just type in their unit turns. Now the reason I'm doing that is because we put ads down below in the general office. Unit turns is typically what goes there. Just zero that out. We did the landscaping number.
Okay, what are we zeroing out again? The unit turns?
Yeah, 139. So 138 and 139 should both be zero.
Gotcha. Okay.
Now you got 140, which is landscaping. We put that number in.
Yep.
The next one, office and admin, we put that in.
Okay.
Insurance, the next one, we put that number in. The next one, contract services, zero it out because he doesn't have any. I think in the management fee, Jeff, he's got a bunch of money baked in there that we could typically figure out. So I'll show you when we go back through the pro forma. Okay.
Okay, again, contract services you're zeroing out as well, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Jeff, go over to K137.
I don't,
Highlight highlight the cell.
got it.
You're going to type this 12.16.21 space.
12.16.21 space. Okay.
We ended with adding only income and pro forma income and expenses. Now hit enter. You're going to go down below it. I'm going to type in now. We need to go back and finish expense pro forma and rent growth, and then look at pricing. Okay, so those are our notes for next time when we pick up. And I'm going to put in the calendar.
Okay, on the K136, we need, let's see, we ended with, what was it?
I'm sorry.
Do I need to put that in, or you're just typing it in for your notes?
Yeah, well, I wanted you to have the same notes, Jeff.
I don't have all the same notes.
What'd you put in?
I just started with, and I thought you were putting them in just for yourself. 12.16.21, we need, or we ended with, and then that's all I put with adding, what else do I need to put in there?
Adding income
Oh, shoot.
and pro forma.
Yeah, I gotta go back. Sorry, Mike.
You're all right. I know my next call is gonna be here. Jeff, we need to talk about our next week. I have us in for twice next week. I have us in for Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I can't do Tuesday.
Let's just forget about next week, Mike. Just because I leave everything to the last week for what I need to do.
Okay.
So I think next week, unless I see that there's an opening,
Okay.
I'm still going to be focusing on getting this other deal through, because now if I have to start this other LLC, I got to make sure everything's lined up for it to close on Monday or Tuesday.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to be booked next week.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to leave us in for Thursday. If you feel that, that you find time there, then we'll get together on Thursday. But if not, that's okay too. So,
Okay.
we can pick up again the following week. So, this is a good deal. I want to, I'm going to go through and finish this deal because this might be something that we want to write on.
Okay.
So I'm going to look at it. All right. If I don't talk to you, have a great Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, you too. So we're tentatively on for Thursday, right?
Yes.
Things work out. Okay.
Right. So I have us in there. So if you can, if you find the time, then let's do it.
Got it. I'd like to. I really would. See how first part of the week goes.
You got it.
Thanks, Mike.
All right. We'll catch up soon.
Okay. Thanks again, bud.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.